Yo, welcome back to my channel. My name is Iman Jabara and I help companies scale from 7 figures to 8 figures through client retention, sales, and operations. So let me ask you a question. How many of you have gotten stumped by the I gotta talk to my wife or I gotta talk to my husband objection? Well, guess what? Today you're gonna listen to one of my closer calls that closed where I deal with that specific objection. And in my opinion, it's one of the best ones I've done. And I'm gonna go step by step and break it down and show you kind of how it's done. Tune in, let's have fun. All right, let's do this.
Okay, James, so tell me, is it a respect or a permission thing? If you want me asking.
It's it's definitely respect, but like
Cool. So this is one of the things I learned from one of my old mentors. It's such a great way to first isolate the objection. Whenever it's a spousal objection, I always say respect. I always ask, is it a respect or permission? And the reason why I do that is because if it's a respect thing, that means most likely that person is usually the decision maker. They're the ones that have the money. If it's the permission thing, that means that the individual is not the one with the credit card. They're the ones that they're going to be asking permission to get the money. And usually, what I've seen tends to happen is usually if the husband is the one making the money and like you're trying to close the wife will have to get the money from her husband. Sometimes vice versa. Or if you've seen husbands make really, really bad purchases, now their wife has kind of taken away their privileges from using their money. So they'll ask that question. So it's extremely important to see which one it is, because if it's a respect thing, the chances of you getting a close are still pretty high, and it's just convincing them this is still a good chance. And if it's a permission thing, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because sometimes they actually don't have the money. So your best bet will be to get a deposit if you can, something minimum, just to kind of get some commitment until you get their spouse on the phone or until they talk to their spouse. And you're going to see how I deal with that.
she's kind of running the finances.
Got it. She got the money on hold.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Dude, I get it, man. I get it. Dude, so tell me, have you made big purchases in the past and she was happy about that?
I did, yeah.
So now I'm trying to basically dig to the root core of why this objection is coming up. So his wife has the money locked down. So now I found that information. So she's basically stopping him from making these big purchases. But now he's going to go into telling me about how in the past he's made bad decisions that have impacted his relationship, but also impacted the trust that he has with his wife around his spending habits.
I tried out a couple of the courses before and they didn't really work out. So yeah, I'm already in the whole like 10K with other past courses.
Got it, man. So just out of curiosity, the courses in the past that didn't work out, can you tell me like what didn't work out about them?
So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out the things that didn't work out in the previous courses. So now when I'm repitching it to him, I actually avoid those things. Also, I'm trying to show the difference between our courses. Usually when courses don't work out, the reality is the person just didn't work. And sometimes the courses also do suck. But for the most part, I'm trying to find all differences because I want to show them that there are two different packages and I don't want them to keep playing the same pattern and think that, hey, it's just buying the same thing over and over again. I'm trying to break that pattern in their head, which is why I'm trying to get more information. And if you notice, I'm not giving them statements. I'm asking questions. Never answer an objection with an answer. Always answer it with a question because you're curious and you want to find out more.
It just wasn't like lack of support, and like one of them was a prior like coaching course, and like I had all these questions and they just it was hard to get a hold of them. Like emails weren't answered and I eventually just gave up.
Got it. So basically you were just kind of thrown into the fire and you didn't really have anybody to kind of be there for you in that moment.
Essentially, yeah. And then that happened twice, so now my wife has like no faith in anything that I'm doing.
Now I'm painting the picture. I'm showing him exactly what happened in the past, and now I'm going to show the gap between that course and our course. And now I'm also getting him to admit that his wife is still one of the major obstacles, and it's just a lack of trust. I'm still trying to find deeper information on why, one, he doesn't. Obviously, it's showing that he's going to also trust himself as well because he's made bad decisions. So now the root core is like there's this internal insecurity that he just can't overcome. And that is the deep, like, root core objection, but we're not going to find that out until later.
Got it. Well, just And honestly, man, I listen, man. I'm not in the industry of breaking up marriages. If I'm being honest with you, I want to support you, and I want you to be comfortable in this completely. I mean, just based on everything I told you, I mean, does this sound like something that you might have done in the past?
Cool. So what I'm doing right now is this concept called the us versus them. And what I mean by that is I am basically gonna be, because not right now the major obstacle and the enemy is his wife, but I'm not painting her as the enemy. I am basically showing him that he can feel safe enough to actually have this conversation with me. And now I'm actually asking him if this course reminds him of the course in the past. So ideally, if he says yes, then I'll dive in and say, okay, what about this course reminds you of the previous courses? And if he says no, then it's my job to basically make that as clear as possible and kind of like shift his mind frame around this being a new opportunity instead of him repeating the past. Again, the us versus them is very, very important because it shows that I'm on his side and this is both of us tackling the problem together.
From what you're telling me, it sounds like there's going to be a lot more support, but like I don't know really, like if this is going to work out or not. I hope it does, but like again, I just gotta run it through her.
Dude, no, I completely get that. And again, like I said, one for starters, I mean, look, can I be honest with you?
Of course, I hope you've been honest with me this whole call.
Well, I mean, now I'll be a little more blunt. That's the thing. Sometimes it hurts kind of tell the truth.
See, whenever you're about to give feedback, it's extremely important to ask for permission because usually if you say harsh thing without framing it, then it comes off as offensive. But if you frame it to them like you're gonna say something harsh and you're actually gonna basically come from a caring place, they're more receptive to it. And then you can kind of get away with saying a lot. You're gonna see what I'm gonna do right here.
Gotcha.
So you've been burned in the past, right?
Mm.
But somewhere deep down, you still have a glimpse of hope because you wouldn't have gone on this call if you didn't have that hope that there actually was something bigger out there for you, and you were so close to getting it.
Yeah, I wanted to work.
Okay. This is by far one of my favorite, like when I say favorite, I mean like one of my favorite objection handling, I think, frameworks. When somebody has been scammed before, I always use this framework. I'm just like, hey man, so I mean, I'll be honest with you. Uh, you've been scammed before, you've been hurt, but you still somehow showed up on this call. You saw an ad, something resonated in it, and it got you on this call. And you know what that tells me? That just tells me that there's something deep down inside of you that still believes this is going to work for you. There's still some glimmer of hope that there is this opportunity that you know is right there, but you just haven't found it yet, and you're just still fighting for it. And you haven't given up on that dream. What I'm doing right now is basically tapping into the root core of desire that he has to be great or she has to be great. And the reality is, if you've been scammed before multiple times and you still get on the phone call, that means a part of you still hasn't given up. Like you still have hope. And my job is to tap into that hope and get you to admit it. It is such a powerful frame. Like it's so good because it shatters their belief, but it also puts things in perspective for them where it shows that they're just running away and it shows that they can't lie to themselves. I'm always trying to put a mirror in front of the person during the objections to show them that, hey, listen, don't lie to yourself. Be honest. And especially if you're gonna walk away, I want you to be honest with me and tell me that you don't want it. Don't give me some bullshit answer. Don't lie to me and don't lie to you.
But I'm just so like afraid of like just like my wife, just like the judgment.
And I get it. But like trust me when I say that's why I'm having this open conversation. I get it, man. It's scary, it's terrifying, and especially when you get to a place.
I'm understanding his pain. I'm empathizing. I'm on his team. I'm supportive. I'm listening. I understand where he's coming from.
Where your wife is kind of like quote unquote losing faith. Dude, it's stressful because now it's not just the money. Now it's also your potential relationship. And I don't want to put you in that situation. That's why, like I said, for me, it's like I want to know, like it's like if you do go through with this, is the relationship still going to be okay?
Now I'm basically telling him, hey, listen, I don't want to ruin your relationship, but if you do this, I don't want to be held responsible for the ending of your marriage, or the conflict that's going to arise if you make this decision. So this has to be something that you have to take ownership. So what I'm doing is now I'm putting ownership into his hand. This is something he hasn't done. He hasn't taken ownership. He hasn't taken accountability. I'm in this objection handling. I am reframing his belief system to make him realize that he needs to take action and needs to take accountability for the first time in his life. And if he doesn't do that, he will not succeed in the course.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I hope so, but if it like doesn't work out, like I don't want my ass to be out in the street. Everything's in her name.
100%. You say if it doesn't work out, I mean, you do realize that you jumping into this program doesn't mean you're going to get guaranteed results.
Now I'm getting rid of buyer's remorse. One of the big things that everybody says, well, what if it doesn't work for me? It might not. That's what I'll say. Might not. Because here's the thing, I'm not going to sell you bullshit. The reality is we have thousands of people that have worked with us, thousands of clients, thousands of students. They've all had, most of them have had success. The ones that have shown up have had success. The ones that didn't show up don't have success. I don't know who you are. I just met you 45 minutes ago. I don't know if you're somebody that stays true to their word, that is consistent. And right now with everything you're showing me, it's not showing me that you would be somebody that would succeed, because you're not. You're not showing up as somebody who is hungry, driven, and is willing to do whatever it takes to hit their goals. So at this point, it's like, you tell me, are you somebody that shows up? Are you somebody that is true to your word? Has nothing to do with me. It's all about you. And now I'm taking responsibility off my chest and putting it on them and making them realize if they fail, it is on them. It is not my responsibility. It is their responsibility to be successful. It is not my job to make you successful. It is my job to give you the guidelines and give you the things to support you, but it is not my job to get the results for you.
I hope you know that.
Yeah.
You do realize you're going to have to put in the work. So like if you want me to promise you that it's going to work, I mean, you have to promise you, are you going to show up? Are you going to commit to yourself? Is this going to be the time where you actually make the change in your life that's going to actually take you to that next level?
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, we both have to help each other. And you have to give your wife a reason to believe in you again in that aspect.
Now I'm going back to the belief, because the real core root objection is that he doesn't believe in himself. And in doing so, his wife doesn't trust him, he doesn't trust himself. I need to make him believe in himself again. So this is basically a coaching call while I'm reframing his mind to find the confidence within him to show up for himself again and take risks and be confident.
So, I mean, is this something you really want to do? Let's say hypothetically speaking, your wife said yes. Is this something you really want to do?
Oh yeah. You guys got like a really good track record of.
Now he's getting tied down. Now he's bought in again. Hypothetically speaking, his wife says yes. Does this make sense?
Stuff like there's a ton of people in the past that like worse off that have like they got amazing numbers now. You know, I feel like this could work, but I definitely have to run it by her, man.
I get that, dude. Because I mean, I get your point. I see where you're coming from, and I care about you. What I want to do for you, I might get in trouble for this, but
now I'm making it easier, because now I want to get some sort of commitment, and I know that his wife is the one that's going to make the big purchases. So I'm trying to get at least something to get some commitment to start rebuilding the trust within himself. And usually when I'm getting a lot of like pushback like this, I'm usually going to try to get some deposit and then potentially get the rest of it. And you'll see how I do it.
fuck it, it's whatever. Let's do this. Why don't you put down a refundable deposit today? You'll get access to the course, you get your onboarding call, and you'll be able to see the support we give you. So then when you go and you tell your wife about it, you can actually show her what we're getting done. And again, dude,
I'm breaking now his lack of belief within the course, or I'm basically trying to increase his trust. So I'm like, I'll give you this course for deposit. You come in, you try it out just to see if it makes sense. And in doing so, usually we sell them, and then it'll give their wife their opportunity to see that it is actually different. But I'm trying to lessen the blow, because I don't want to get him off his call without getting something. What tends to happen, a lot of people will get people off for spousal objections without getting something. And I'm like, it's extremely important to get some sort of commitment, because the chances of you actually closing it significantly increase than you not taking something. Because if you don't take something, then you'll never hear from them again. They might ghost you, or they might give you some excuse and use their wife or husband as a reason to not buy. So now I'm trying to get something out of him just so I can get some sort of commitment. I want to get some skin in the game. You need skin in the game.
this call is completely recorded. It's fully refundable. Again, bro, I don't want you to lose your marriage. Come in, have her come on the onboarding call with us. If it makes sense, stay. If it doesn't make sense, you have my word, your money's back. You don't have to worry about anything. You literally have no risk.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, man. Like any sort of money that's going out when it comes to me looking at other stuff, I have to go through with her, whether it's a deposit or not.
You're still tying down. You see that? He's not giving up.
I get that. I totally get that. So,
But I'm also not giving up. And if you'll notice, I like swearing I'm very authentic in my sales calls. I care about the people. This is my voice. I found my voice and I stay true to it. And it works very, very well.
in terms of like you putting down money, do you think this is something that she would say no to?
I fucking hope not, because I definitely want those changes that we talked about. But like the rule was no money going out unless.
So now I'm trying to get him to realize, let's say hypothetically speaking, your wife says no. Then what? What happens? Are you going to stay in the same problem, or are you going to still try to figure out a way to get out of it? Now, again, I'm putting him in a place where he has to take responsibility. I am making him responsible. And then he says, well, I hope she accepts.
Like she's aware of it.
Okay, and let's say she says no, then what?
Well, I think I'm fucked.
Now we got to the root core of the pain. So basically, you have no option. If she says no, are you going to do it or not? Are you going to lie to yourself? Because right now you're just finding excuses to stall time. At the end of the day, you're going to need to do something eventually, or you're going to lose the marriage. She doesn't respect you. She doesn't trust you. You're going to have to do something. Is you going to do it now and with me, or are you going to do it later and with somebody else? Or you're just going to lose your marriage, and that's the only way that's going to make you actually want to take action for yourself.
You tell me you're gonna stay in that position, or you're gonna make it like you're gonna have to spend money eventually to change. And now you have an opportunity to spend money and actually get it back if it doesn't quote unquote work out.
Yeah.
That's good.
And in that moment, that's when he broke. He was like, "Okay, you got me," and that's it. You see what I mean? This is where it's objectionally. You just have to stay strong. You got to stay hungry. You got to stay committed to the process. You got to give a shit about these people, because at the end of the day, man, you can get them. And then obviously, like he basically gave me a deposit, went in with his wife the next day, and then ended up paying the whole thing, piffing. For some people that don't know, that's paid in full. But if you guys notice what I did, I stayed true to helping him, and I didn't let him deal with his own. I didn't let him deal with his own lies. Like, I stopped him from lying to himself. I held him accountable, and I let the pause simmer, because what I'm trying to do is I want them to feel the pain. I want them to realize the severity of their situation. If they don't change their situation, they are screwed. I'm here to help you. I want you to change. I want you to be better. And if I let you off the call and I don't support you, then that's my fault. I fucked up. Excuse my language. I messed up. I let you go back to your life where you aren't happy and you were miserable. And every call, you should take it like that. The special objections are usually the hardest ones, but I love them because it really allows you to really get to know the prospect, but also find the root core issue that's stopping them from making these decisions. And usually those decisions are the things that are also hurting they're usually, I think, relationships that have like strong trust. You don't really need to talk to yeah, you can talk to your spouse, I guess, and you guys can do decisions together. But I feel like your spouse trusts you enough to make decisions with or without them around stuff like this. And again, it's different for everybody. But I personally love these, and I hope this helps, and I hope this kind of shines some light on how to go about it. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Again, I love y'all. I want you guys, if you guys love this and you guys want to see more of this, please subscribe, like, share, follow, and yeah, I'm excited to see you guys in my next video. And if you guys like more of these, I'll make more of these. I'll show you guys my closer calls. Love you guys.